no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's your rap a lot, no cap a lot. I used to from Farron down to Camelot. I used to whip up.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fields this way up at the 17, and able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, Week 8 to be exact. And it was the Chiefs who got the road victory there, so now looking to claim the season series at home in KC. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And to give this time to the tailback. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes forced out to his left. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 19.
That's a big gainer on that play. And from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Anthony Averett picks it. And the Chargers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass. So that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it, he saw the numbers we saw, he watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be, but early in this one, advantage defense.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Herbert's throw taken in by Cook. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Well, these two teams met in Kansas City earlier this season, with the Chiefs winning that ball game. So if they can win again here in KC, they would pull off the season sweep. They'll try the air now with Herbert. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
Calling a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Mahomes throwing on 4th. On the move to his left. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Escaping the pressure right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 33. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Weaver. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. First down, here's the run with Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tershawn Wharton, the one to get him to the ground on the defensive side. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Herbert off of play action. Rolling to his right. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Deebo Samuel with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now this one complete downfield on the left side, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
That catch good for only a couple.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
They go play action. Now Mahomes finding his safety valve here. That's complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Mahomes to throw. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelsey, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Charger drive about to get going. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. They've got his man complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play action. It's Herbert. This will be caught at Samuel. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Flush to his right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Tackle made there by Frank Clark. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run for it with Cook, and he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Dalvin Cook, as the first half is winding down, and the Chargers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. And going deep for Hill. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Chargers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And it's going to be caught. Not sure why they went for two, but they do get it. So we have reached halftime. Intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
The final adjustments taking place here for both of these squads. They're about ready for the second half in Kansas City. And for the Colts, we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25. Yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's got room. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. He'll try again. And not able to break away this time, as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. So it's third and goal now, and this is where the KC crowd can make it very tough. Now Herbert, third and goal. Dancing to his left. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. Fourth and goal from the 2. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Butker on for the PAT. And the lead cut down to 9. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off at the 16. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. 3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. On play action, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. He is going to find Hill here. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Buying time to his left. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman. Touchdown! Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is down to 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Charger drive about to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Third quarter of a 2-point game. A good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. Got his man. It's Williams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Herbert on first down now. Being chased out left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big gain that time for the Chargers. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
On second down, Cook. And he stopped immediately there. The Chargers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Here's Herbert. He'll buy some time right. He's going to find Cook here in the end zone for a Charger touchdown. Jared Cook with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. After the turnover, here's Herbert. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert. to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The Chargers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Herbert. He's going to find Cook here in the end zone for a Charger touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Able to get there and pick it. And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20. That he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And now here's another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll roll him out right. He finds his target, Allen. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big game that time for the Chargers. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Flushed out right. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Second down and goal. Herbert to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage. Put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Charger drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Solomon Thomas coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. A field goal gets them closer, but they say no thanks. We want the lead. They snap it to Herbert, rolling to his right. Oh, what a catch by Samuel. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. To the air again, Herbert sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. After the sack on 1st down, Herbert. Open man is Samuel, complete. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help